What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. I got a special guest. Listen, I met him at an event 2 events ago from Mr. Shoot Your Shot himself, Chris Allen, man. What's up? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about it, man. So let the people know what you do and why you do it.
Let's see. Well, I am...
Because you're a man of many talents, though.
Many talents. Okay. Well, first and foremost, I'm Zolani. I'm mainly known as a DJ.
Come on.
So that's I think that's where you met me.
Yeah, I met you as a DJ, but you also do some photography.
I do some photography. Us DJs, for some reason, we like to pick up the camera. So
come on.
I picked it up again, and this time decided to keep doing it.
So, all right. So, how long you been doing DJing?
I'm going into year number 23.
Ooh, 23. Yeah. Okay.
I know it don't look like it, but
black don't crack.
You know, we started young. You know, I'm one of those DJs that started young. You know, I was 14 when I started.
All right, so tell me, what do you love about DJing? Give me 3 things you love about being a DJ.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a music lover.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of an important detail to being a DJ.
It is.
So I'm a music lover. I love... I hear music differently than most people would. So
okay.
I may hear a song and automatically start thinking of, okay, well, what if I did this to it? Or what if I took some drums from this other song and then put it to this song? So
that's good.
And you know, it feels music is when you're DJing, how I like to approach it is I'm sharing in those vibes with people.
So, are you the DJ that needs instructions, or can you just go off the vibe of others?
No, it's all about the vibe with me. Matter of fact, please don't give me instructions. No, if you say, hey, you know, here's the event, you know, here's the canvas.
Okay.
You know, I can pretty much walk into, okay, I know what I vision for this event, or you know, whatever it is. So
do you have? I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you have selective hearing when it comes to DJing? Let me explain what I mean.
Okay, break it down.
Do you have? So you have the Caucasian audience, you got their music. The Hispanic audience, you got their music.
Yeah.
And then the Black audience, you got their music. Do you have everybody type of music, or are you just like mainly a certain type?
I guess I can say I got everybody's type of music, at least as far as that kind of reach.
Okay.
Now, I don't necessarily play every type of event, but if it's you know, I do kind of thrive in that open format, top 40 type of thing. But you know, and really that's kind of what makes it fun, is because I can touch all the different cultures with that.
So my question is to you, what is the hardest part about DJing? Like, what's the hardest part? Because I like the DJ to add their own little, like, when they hit the little, they got their own voice in there. Like, what's the hardest part about DJing?
So the hardest part about DJing is sometimes DJing is, as long as it's been around, it's still a misunderstood craft.
It is.
So there's a lot of people who really just don't know what we're doing, and you know, so they don't know how to approach you as a DJ.
I got you.
Or they just think like, hey, you just playing the music. So sometimes very often you do come across that, and that can be a bit of a challenge, especially using the terms DJ service.
Okay.
Sometimes people they go a little bit too far and kind of looking at you more as a servant, and they're like, hey, you know, it's like it's more. So I like to say I am doing a DJ performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's one of the most irritating things about being a DJ? Because to me, it'll be like, man, look, I just played that song. Y'all want that song again? But I'm just saying, I don't know. But what's to you?
I will say, and I literally can speak for every single DJ on this. So people, we at the party, club, event, or whatever, and they come and this is how they want to request a song. They want to flash.
Oh my God.
And mind you, you're in the middle of mixing. You're in the middle of creating. We're thinking like several songs out, and somebody's just in a dark party, and someone wants to flash this in your face.
Oh my God!
And they just have no regards for your personal space or anything, and they just flashing this, and play it now. And you're like, that's not how it works.
Oh my God!
Now what happened is, because I've been doing this 23 years now. So started off when, it was all vinyl for me.
Come on.
So as we started getting into the digital age, people started seeing, oh, you got a computer there, you got a laptop there with, internet connection, you got you some Bluetooth or some Wi-Fi. So they feel like, look here, I can just show you my Spotify, my YouTube, or
and
whatever.
You good.
You just play that right now.
That's crazy.
So that would be the most irritating thing. Like people. Look, is this camera?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Don't do that. Just don't. Like, I mean, we generally don't like playing requests anyway, because of the interactions when people just don't have the etiquette. But if you're gonna make a request, just kind of be more mindful of the situation. You see me in the headphones like this, just kind of concentrate on that mix, because the mix there, the transition is not that long that I'm doing right there. So you can wait till I back off of it, maybe.
So give us a one of the worst experiences you had as a DJ.
Oh, where do I start?
Oh Lord, is that many?
It's a lot, man. There's been some times where I full on was like, look here, I'm not DJing no more.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that's part of the passion of it. Do you really love it if you haven't quit it several times?
That's true. That is true.
But no, I had one. Yeah, that was last year. That's when I decided, look here. After I came back from quitting for that few weeks, I say, you know what? I'm just not going to touch weddings anymore. Okay. Which I know some people, that blows their mind. Like, oh, DJs love doing weddings. Like, I liked them before. The money is good, but at some point, we're dealing with a different day and age of people, especially post-pandemic.
Crazy.
So, a lot of people, a lot of those crowds get a little weird. They go to the party or the wedding or whatever it is, and they kind of, it's like this whole, I don't know, they want to make a point to not enjoy themselves.
What? That's crazy, though. That's crazy.
But a lot of times, you do get some people who they don't realize that if you're a DJ or any sort of entertainment professional or event professional, you've worked many events, and you have a person who they're throwing their one party, they're having their one wedding, and they don't realize that you don't have the same vision as the professional in that.
That's true. That's true.
Or they try to do production type of things without running that by the entertainment director. Like, no, you gotta let me know what's going on. That's in the contract, by the way. So
do people read?
They click the signature. They click it and they pay the money. Sometimes people pay the money before they read the contract. I'm like, wait, hold up. Like, I know you eager to pay me on this, and I'm eager to accept the money, but at least let's go over this contract first so you know what's going on.
I like that. So I'm looking at DJs. I'm like, okay, everybody said that there's everybody's favorite DJ. It's like a myth. It's kind of like what makes you such a great DJ? That's the real question.
What makes me such a great DJ is, for one, the love of the music and the craft.
Okay.
And it kind of sounds like a basic answer, but sometimes you just have DJs that they're in it for what they see as the DJ fame. It looks cool.
I got you.
DJing is some of the coolest looking thing in the world again, people don't understand. So, and it's easy to, kind of get on Instagram and just be like, hey, I'm cool. Look at me, it's lit. But for me, it's the love of the music, and I'm. People, and this is going by what the people say. They say when you out there mixing, you got the smoothest transitions, and you taking me on a journey.
I like that.
That's what they said. I didn't even know I was doing that at first. I mean, now I accept. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what the people say. Well, I get done at the night. That's what they say.
You got to go by what the people say because that's most important. Yeah. Is what they say, especially if they rocking with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I get you more referrals and get you more. So do you have a website they go to, or you just, everything you do is on referrals?
It's on referrals now. When I decided to, because I think we was talking about that before, when I decided to stop doing the weddings, I kind of stopped paying for the website too. But I'm working on bringing everything back up because now we are going into a season of still doing like professional type of events, corporate type of things, the high end stuff. But it's still more of a thing of like, hey, we trust you as the professional DJ, and you just do your thing.
That's good too, because I think a lot of times people have a misconception of a DJ. Because when I see DJs, I'm like, because I got DJ equipment at home.
Right.
Not because I'm trying to be a DJ. It's because I just love sometimes just messing with the little boards and just enjoying.
What kind of equipment you got? What you working with?
Okay, so I got those. I got that Serato. What's that? That little small board. The little. I have to send you a picture of it.
Okay.
And then I use DJ Serato.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, the app?
Okay, Serato DJ.
Serato DJ.
Yeah.
I use that little app.
Okay.
I usually connect it to my Tidal.
Okay.
So I get all my songs from Tidal.
Okay.
And then I just get and do. I'm not a DJ, but I just do it for fun.
You do it for fun. You. But the thing is, we're hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So with that, you draw from different elements of hip hop. So sometimes you have people, back in the day you had people, a lot of the rappers that we knew of from back in the day in the 80s, they dabbled in DJing.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you a question. So you say you got a wedding versus a party. Okay. Do you already have your tracks in line that you want to play to get the crowd hype? Or is this something you just go off the flow?
So for a wedding, it's So wedding, you're mostly not DJing. You are more of an entertainment director.
So you talk a lot when at the wedding. You the talker. You the host.
Yes. You have to. You have to talk at a wedding.
Okay.
If you think you're gonna do weddings and not talk, you have to do that. But that's more so. You're creating the moment for the couple. So
I got you.
They have their list of songs that they want to hear, and you just kind of make sure you play.
But that's
those.
at the beginning, though. I'm talking about. You got to go to the reception?
Well, they got that for the reception too.
Oh, they do. Okay, yeah. I didn't know. Hey,
so that's kind of the thing about it too, because you are. You're pretty much playing what they want to hear at the reception.
So is it fun though? You gotta play what they want to hear.
It can be fun. I will say when I first started doing it, it was fun because it exposed my DJing to
skills,
other music that I wouldn't normally play.
Okay,
but they do end up kind of requesting the same thing over and over again, and it's like, okay, how many times you gonna play Journey at every single wedding? Right?
That's true.
Or how many line dances you going, cha-cha slide.
Black people go play all 10 of them and multiple times.
And one thing about the line dances is that, because I'm going to tell you, most DJs don't like playing line dances either.
Okay. Tell me something.
That's real. But it's a thing of, I like to see people doing their own thing on the floor.
I like
line dances is not really that, But the fact sometimes you get those people who they only gonna get up for a line dance, and that's annoying.
I want to hear. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought that was finished 5 times.
Look, I did. Because matter of fact, I did New Year's Eve, right?
Okay.
And I did that at Katie Vibes. So Katie Vibes is very mixed. It's you don't know.
I've been there before.
Yeah. And you had the black folks in there, and they kept coming up to me. Oh yeah, when you gonna turn this thing up? When you gonna turn this thing up? It's early on, so I'm like, okay, cool. I got some people ready to get on the dance floor. Okay. Yeah. You gonna play that Tamia line dance?
Oh Lord, here we go.
All right, like first, okay, that's another tangent. Okay, so now the main DJ there, he's not gonna play it at all. So I said, okay,
he ain't interested.
No, because he knows what it does. And I realized in that moment why he doesn't like to play it.
Okay.
Because you play it, and then they're going to do their thing for it. And it was like, okay, I'm a mess with the line dance a little bit. I usually don't. So I started mixing in Cupid Shuffle. And the minute they heard the beat change, because I'm transitioning, they immediately sat back down.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, okay, so you can't do nothing besides just that one line.
That's it. That's it. And I think that's how the world works, though. The world, they're so single-minded.
Yeah.
And being a creator, it's like people think alike.
Right.
So this is why I laugh when people say, "Oh, I got ChatGPT." I say, "Yeah, all of y'all think alike, so y'all have the same content."
You don't have the same content because you not gonna know
how to prompt.
You're not gonna know how to have a conversation with ChatGPT. like, hey, you gotta have a conversation with, and you gotta even like show appreciation to the ChatGPT. Like, I thank you for that input. You have to say that so it knows, okay, I did a good job. You got to encourage the ChatGPT.
All right, so do you believe that I haven't seen it yet. I know some DJs, they put it on, let it play, the songs in a row. Mm-hmm. And then do you think it's ever going to be any kind of automation?
There is automation already, and it sucks.
Okay.
I've seen it in action. I've heard it.
Okay.
I guess it technically does some things right.
Okay.
But it doesn't have the human element. It doesn't have the human soul. Like it doesn't.
That's how I feel about ChatGPT. I feel like even though people try to, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna do this, but we have a lot of customers that come to the door. Mm-hmm. People like the fact that you are touchable, you are a human. They like that. Like a lot of customers, they like the interaction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of our podcasters come here. They like to come. I come into a safe space. I like to come here and do my thing and leave. You know what I'm saying? So
right. It's all about how you use things as a tool. So even ChatGPT, if you use it as a side tool, then it can do wonders for you. If you use it like, okay, it's going to do it for me, then I don't think it's going to do to us. It's going to sound, whatever you write is going to sound and feel generic.
So let's talk about you being a creator, because I seen you at 2 creator spots.
Okay.
How are you bringing the creativity to your life in 2024?
I'm leading with the creativity.
Okay.
So before, like I said, would have been leading with this is what's going to make the money, and you get burnt out from that after a while.
Got you.
I don't think I can get burnt out from creativity because it flows, it changes. So that's what I'm doing for 2024.
All right, so and I think what'll be so good is like hypothetically, so you're DJing, cause I did see you recording,
right?
But somebody running up while you DJing, somebody going around 360, they're actually making like this content that's like you mixing and they like zooming it in and back. They like creating that visual concept of like, oh man, I'm your favorite DJ. Da, 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 boo, 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 boo. And then they got the video that's just with the effects.
Right.
That's what's bringing that to me. People, I'm starting to notice something, and it kind of irritates me. It's people using the same captions.
Yeah.
They're using the same thing. It's like boring.
Well, because
videos are boring.
Because it becomes a thing of like, oh, this is the trend. We got to do it. And you lame for not doing the trend. And it's like, so how do you stand out?
That's true.
If all you do is follow the trends.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, granted, when you are a person who is that kind of creative, you might be doing some things that's years ahead and it might not be so well accepted.
That's true.
So I've been through that as well. Like, okay, I'm doing this and people looking at me crazy. Like, why are you doing that? And then 5-10 years later, they're doing that. You're like, wait a minute. What? I can even go back to the line dances, right?
Come on.
Let me tell you a story about the line dances,
okay,
right?
Break it down.
The wobble, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's one of those where it became popular as a line dance several years later.
Come on.
I was DJing a show with Vic, VIC, and this is back in my hometown, St. Louis.
Come on.
And now, one thing especially about then, St. Louis is really about our, kind of like Houston is, like, hey, we really about our classic artists. So there was a local guy there, Shorty. He ended up hosting 106 in Park, Shorty the Prince, if y'all recognize that name.
I know, I recognize that name,
okay, though. But back then, he was younger, he was a local St. Louis performer, had, hot songs, so his reaction was more popular than Vic performing wobble. They kind of was like, what is this wobble that you're doing? Like, and there were some people that I remember because people that I was friends with that was there. And years later, these same people are like, why you ain't playing the wobble? Why you ain't playing the wobble? It's like, I seen y'all damn near boo the man performing the wobble in 2008.
Come on.
So, and again, I'm not incredibly a fan of that, but maybe it's because of the line dance factor. I was okay with the song when it was out.
People love line dancing, don't even know how to do it.
They just, hey, I need to. Which, like I said, I know that's kind of weird saying that in the South, but hey, that's just my personal feeling on it.
So where you see DJing in the next 3 to 5 years? Like where you see it going?
DJing, it can go all kind of different ways, but I think at least one way that I'm pushing it is having it being more production based.
Okay.
So
explain that. It's production based.
Like actually approaching it like a musician.
Oh, okay.
Even adding drum pads, which we've already been doing that. It's just becoming. I think it's going to be a thing that we can push more into the mainstream and not like, hey, here's, kind of like the underground, you see, because there's old videos of me like DJing and like drumming on bongos while I'm DJing.
Oh, you was a fool with it.
Yeah, this is, again, years ago. But now we're bringing in digital drum pads while we're DJing, doing like looping different things to kind of like full on recreate new songs on the fly.
So do you think the lighting with the music get the crowd going, or lighting don't even matter?
Lighting matters.
Okay.
That's part of the journey in the storytelling. So yeah, you definitely gotta have you some sort of lighting that you design.
Okay.
It can be something as simple as like we have here. It's just like little ambient light, but it creates a different vibe.
Yes, and I think that's the visual side that I think people miss, because like when I see the lights and moving and that, it's like it gives you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm about to get, so I mean, and I think people love dancing. People love partying, so it's never gonna end. Like I'm looking back when I was hitting the clubs from 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, I'm like, I look on social media, it looks the same. It haven't changed.
I don't know if you talking about 96. That y'all look like y'all was having a time up in there.
We came out sweating, man.
Like I remember being dancing. A kid and they used to like hype up the clubs on the radio, and I'd be like, oh man, I can't wait till I grow up and get there. And then we had like I know they had that here too, but like the teen clubs.
Oh, we had all that too.
And all
Stadium Bowl. That was the teen club in Houston, Stadium Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, but I'm saying like. I'm looking at like the scenery. I'm like, when I was clubbing at a young age, from 16 to 23, I was like at the club every week, 3 or 4 times a week.
Right.
And then I look a picture on In the Mix in Houston. If you go to inthemix.com, you will see all the clubs going on in Houston.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, go to inthemix.com and you will see in the word D.
Okay.
And then mix.com. Then you'll see all of the clubs that's going on. And I'm looking at the photos. I'm like, it haven't changed. It looks the same, but when we was there.
I mean, it does depend on where you go, because a lot of times the new club culture is like sections, and they don't even have a dance floor. And I won't go to those clubs.
You're not into them.
I won't go to them. I don't want to DJ them. Look, give me a dance floor. Okay, don't even have no real sections or whatever.
That's it right here, inthemix.com.
Okay.
You go there, you click the 3 lines right here. And then you look at events and pictures. Once you hit events and pictures, they tell you at all the dates, what was going on. You click on the pictures, and then it shows you all the pictures that was going on in the club.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It looks the same.
Now that part does look the same. It looks so much the same because when I lived in Virginia, there was a site similar to that, and this is back in like 2007. It was called UpInTheMix.net. And it's the same kind of thing. They were showcasing events, and I was featured on there a few times. Actually, because the creators of that site, they were DJs too.
Okay.
We would actually threw a couple parties with them. So it was like, okay, because it was like kind of double thing. Like, okay, they're dope DJs. I'm a dope DJ. They got a crowd, and they're going to put it on the site.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that different races party different? I just want to ask you, it's all the same?
It depends.
Okay.
I would say different. I mean, there are differences.
Because you've been at them all. So.
I've been at them all. Like
23 years.
I've been at them all. There are differences. Like if you, there's differences. But sometimes they do come together. Like I said, you end up getting kind of more of a mixed crowd, and people, you start to see the differences. But then you start to see, like, for example, I know, like, it's my dream, right?
All right, come on, tell me your dream.
If I would be like in an environment with all black people, and like black people just was like, okay, they were cool with just hearing the stuff that they really liked. But not the stuff that they have to, like, this is what I like in public, but I don't want to let you know I like this other stuff over here.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, okay, maybe you have this black person over here, from, north side, south side, whatever, and, maybe they like, I don't know. Maybe they like Slim Thug and Slim Shady. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they like whatever other weird genres. Like I would like to see, because I see people get on the internet all the time, say all this weird different stuff that they like, and be like, oh yeah, I'm a blurred. But then like you try to do that in public, and then they're like, oh no, I can't do that in public.
Because I think people build on this representative. So like they don't show who they really are. They
have they go to the club. They have their fantasies in the club.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, I got my ballerific fantasy in the club. We pouring champagne. We got the sections, and I drive Lyft on the weekends when I'm not DJing. So I got a lot of stories about these people in their clubs and their sections, and them getting in fights over.
And you picking them up.
Yeah. Picking them up, taking them to the next spot.
You ain't had nothing crazy, because I was watching Neighborhood Wars, and they were showing the whole 30 minutes of people picking people up and people spitting in their face and throwing cups at them.
Oh, no.
And you never had no experience like that?
I ain't had nothing like that.
You'll be locked up?
No. I only had one experience when I first moved to Texas.
Okay.
Now I had some. Now I spared this person's life. Okay, look here, I'm a creative, but I ain't like But no, I was. Long story short, I was doing a ride way out in Hockley.
I know where Hockley at.
Yeah,
249 deep.
Yeah, deep. Yeah, that was 290 deep.
Oh, 290.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
290 deep.
Yeah, because I live far in Katy, and Hockley is past that.
Yes.
So, now basically, long story short, it ended up with some Mexican guy running up to my truck with a knife about this big. Oh,
machete.
And no, it was like a kitchen knife.
Okay.
But I don't know. It was some sort of domestic stuff I didn't drove into, and I didn't realize what it was because it was dark until he get up there. He started poking the truck door, but it was on the other side. So I had a weapon.
Oh Lord!
I put it in his face. I said some things I may not be able to say on the podcast.
Say what you want.
Okay. But he was drunk. He didn't care.
Oh, yeah. He was lit.
So I was just like, all right, I'm going to drive off because he on the other side. It's a big truck. He can't get me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to drive off. If he was on this side, self-defense.
That's it. That's it.
But that's the only crazy live story like that I've had. Everybody else is pretty cool.
So okay. So I'm a DJ. So I want to be a DJ.
Okay.
How much would it cost me to get set up properly? If I'm a brand new DJ and I need to make sure that I'm ready to go to the next wedding, like, what do I need and how much you think it need? How much it's going to cost me? Like, give me a roundabout park. Because I know those lights itself is about $800, $600. So,
see, I mean, that is not an easy question to answer. Let's see. I will say, and now most of my stuff is at least the DJ equipment is professional grade stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The sound stuff. I'm one of those people. I shop for bargains, so I'm not like one of these DJs.
Okay,
that,
I got you.
Want to brag? I got like this super expensive stuff. So
we say 3,000, 5,000, 10.
Closer to 10.
Ooh, to get started.
I mean, on that level,
yeah.
I mean, if you're talking
doing
weddings, events like that,
yes.
I will say if
10, okay, at least. I mean,
I will say let's. Okay, so I'm thinking of setup. I'm thinking of the setup that I took to shoot your shot.
Okay,
that's probably about a good $7,000-8,000 worth of equipment.
I got you.
And that's just on a regular thing. If I can do expanded stuff where it's like, okay, I'm taking the whole arsenal. Yeah, that and that's just me. There's some DJ production companies, they go out with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 worth of equipment.
I agree.
Yeah,
because just room alone with all this equipment is about $10,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. I'm asking for the next person who's saying, man, I'm going to be a DJ, man, I'm going to get started.
But it is something that you build up over time, though. So it's, and there's entry-level ways to get in things, and you can say, okay, I want to build up. My advice when it comes to equipment is maybe you don't have to get, like, the top end of, like, a DJ controller, but you can get something kind of mid-level that's easy for you to learn as a beginner, but you can also grow with it and make money, like the prosumer stuff, as they say.
I got you. And no, I just want to know, because somebody might watch this video and be like, okay, he a DJ, because your information will be popping up at the bottom. And they'll be like, well, how much? I mean, I want to get started. I need to know. Yeah. So 10,000 guys, get your $10,000 ready. Go get a loan. So this is what they say then. So then what should they be charging?
What should they be charging?
For weddings or just a house party? Or, I mean, because I know a house party and a wedding is two different prices.
Yeah, definitely two different prices. I will say that can vary as well, especially with experience.
Okay.
I will say it won't, even if you are a new DJ, it won't benefit you to try to be a bottom feeder.
That's good to know.
It won't benefit you to say, hey, I got the cheapest prices around. Because, I mean, and you may be booked a lot. But you got to think, if you have to DJ 10 times to make what I make in one event, and I'm not even expensive.
You tired.
Then, okay. But sometimes, again, a lot of these DJs, they get into it. So for the image of things.
I got it.
I'm DJing all the time. It's like, hey, yeah, because they came to me and offered me the same $100, and I said no, and you took it.
So that's good to know, though, because people, they want to know, like, especially people who watch this video and looking at the beginner the beginning, I'm like, why is it so important to have the equipment? Because I think a lot of times people want to do stuff, but they don't know what to get.
Right.
And so, do you think you can ever teach DJing? Like
that's kind of been a thing. Folks have been kind of saying I should do for a long time, but I just be kind of thinking like, how would I structure that? It's kind of like. It's kind of like Michael Jordan is like the best basketball player in the world, but maybe not so much of a coach or executive.
Yeah, but I mean, part one, how to start to be a DJ. First of all, what equipment you need. Let me explain to you. Follow me. Let me explain the equipment.
True.
First module. Second module. Now you got the equipment. Let's talk about what songs you should download for different races. Third module. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now that. Yeah.
Third module. How do you download your songs without buying them? Everybody know that play.
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to buy them. But,
but some ways.
I will say this. Because I do pay for music.
Oh, yeah, we all do. I mean, I pay for Tidal and all that. So.
Yeah. Now, what I do is, once you really start getting into it, there's different, like, DJ pools out there.
Of course.
Which the advantage to that is that you're going to get special DJ edits of songs. And you're going to get a lot of different remixes.
Gotcha.
And that's what's going to help you stand out more is because, okay, the person going to the party is going to be like, okay, I've heard that song a whole bunch of times, but I never heard it like that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, because you never heard this redrum version that I got or whatever.
That's good, though, because when I hear back that thing up, then I need to hear, hey, pop that. So it's like
okay, so, for example, you're going 99% of the time when you go out, you're going to hear back that thing up the same exact way.
Yes.
But if you have these DJ pool subscriptions or whatever, or if you're just creative and maybe want to make your own remix, then, okay, now I got back that thing up. But when I play it, it's not going to sound like anybody else's version.
I love it. And I think that's the stuff you can teach.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that you can truly teach.
And mind you, again, sometimes that's throwing some people off. I've worked with other like entertainment agencies and companies or whatever where they send me out to DJ, and there's been a couple where they're like, why are you playing a song like that? Why? It's like it's called a remix. I know you've heard that song the same way every other time, and that's what you're used to. And you think that that's what the people out there are going to be used to. And, of course, yeah, they are used to that.
That's true.
But sometimes you got to do something that's different than what people are used to.
So, I think that's really cool, though, because people, this is crazy. People, just because they know I got DJ equipment, they want me to be DJ at their party. I don't be interested, though.
That's a whole different thing. Look, doing a little something messing around at home, and that's the thing too. Where a lot of DJs don't understand, but these DJs are going to go and do parties. It's like what you're doing at home is not the same as what you're doing at a crowd in a live environment. And yeah, okay, people think, oh, DJing is. It's like no, you can still have some nervousness about it.
It's some science behind it.
Stage fright about it.
Yes, I think it's a science. I think DJing is a science.
It's definitely a science.
How to rock the crowd, and you know what I'm saying. What's the next song to keep them on the dance floor?
They need to put DJing in STEM courses.
Ooh, that's good.
Like it's science and technology. It's math. Like, that's what I was realizing when I first did it. I was like, okay, I'm doing things with a 12-inch record.
That's crazy.
That's spinning to make a rotation in a minute. It has to spin 33 and a half times.
That's good stuff. So are you the DJ that, you find how I'm just talking, I don't know nothing, though. Do you have the little cues? I have 4 cues. Uh-huh. So I look for the part I know people like.
Right.
Do you cue stuff up? Or
I got cues. I got loops that I create and save.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm active when I'm up there.
So you're not a born DJ, just going with the flow.
Because I may have a song where it's like, okay, I really like the third verse of this song, and maybe I want to play it first.
That's good.
Or for example, because I was listening to I was watching one of my mixes, and one of the things I've been doing this for years. You got For the Love of Money, Bone Thugs and Harmony, right?
Got it.
So it's a cool song, but everybody goes crazy on Eazy-E's part.
They do.
So that's the first part that I play. And I do it in a way of where, in the video, you'll see me hit the cue to go to it. So I do it live, but it's smooth.
Do you let them hear a part of it, or you just go straight to it?
With that one, I kind of do like a little scratch routine to
girls
saying For the Love of Money, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then I hit the cue at the first beat. It goes into the chorus right before Eazy-E's part. Or another example I do, Every Little Step, Bobby Brown, right? That's one of those songs. See, this is where you got to really know how songs work.
Yes.
The thong song is the same way. There's a lot of songs like this where the first verse and the second verse is the same thing.
Wow.
They just get to the second verse and be more intense with it. So what I do is, instead of playing the first verse, and I know people have short attention spans,
they do.
I hit the cue, and it's right at the second verse.
That thong song, like When the Booty Go, that one?
He says the same shit 3 times.
Come on.
And he goes in it like this.
Yeah.
Smooth. And then he's like, okay, second time, I need to say it for more emphasis.
Yes.
Who else? It's a lot of songs that are like that.
I think you got to study music, though.
You got to study music. Like, I weirdly study music. Like, some people think, they're like, why are you, why do you know this? My wife makes fun of me about it all the time in a positive way. But she's like, look here, you know way too much about these intricate details, the date something happened.
Come on.
How you know the date something happened and you wasn't even there. Like, I
love it. And I think, like, I tell people, you can be a creator, but you got to be a consumer, too.
You got to be a consumer.
Because the consumer part, like me, I spend at least an hour and a half a day looking at videos that's being created for marketing, whether it's white people, black people. I'm looking at, like, okay, how engaging are these 30-second, 45-second commercials? When I see a sponsor ad and it pops up on Instagram, I go on my phone, I hit record. And I record it, I record the screen, then I export it to my computer. And I'm like looking at, okay, at 2 minutes, this is what happened. I mean, at 2 seconds, this is what happened. At 4 seconds, this is what happened. I'm looking and engaging in the marketing side of how they dragging you in to their sales, because I love consuming that kind of content. And I want to, so when people see my videos and they be like, oh man, how you doing that? Because what happened was I looked at a million other videos. So then once I see the other videos, I can see boom, 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 money, just like that. People coming up, overlay. I can see this stuff.
So with that, it's a lot of movement in it.
It's a lot of movement.
So it's different than, okay, let's just point the camera to you and talk. Like, okay, now we got graphics, we got all this other stuff going on.
So you want all the movement that's like, so if you notice on my video, when you get to about 10 seconds, I put myself upside down for 2 seconds. Then I come back around. Because it's like,
I saw that because I was getting a little refresher on your content, and I was like, okay, he's like, the screen, he's just moving the screen, and he's got glitches on there, but it's not really a glitch.
It's messing with the psychological.
But I do the same thing too, not as much because I don't really. But I'll show you what I do. Y'all can go watch this on my YouTube channel.
Yes.
So, it's nothing incredibly original.
Yeah, but it's
different. A lot
of
DJs do it, and which that's how I got the idea to do it. But you go to really the at-home recorded stuff. I don't really do it so much with the live videos.
I love it,
but I can't get no service on the phone. But
it won't click.
So Serato, right?
Yes.
And you got the waveforms on Serato. So what I do is I basically record the waveforms of what I'm mixing.
Which one? What's yours?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm connected to the internet.
Okay. Now it picked up my words.
And so now, I mean, and the thing is, you have to consume content. People just want to create content, but they never want to consume. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, right. You can create, but if you don't know what's going on in the marketplace, you ain't going to get it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to see what it is that other people are doing. And that's what I try to do every day to see how they sucking us in.
So that's something, real simple there.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Yep. And you just...
And people see that and they're like, oh, like, that's different. It's not really different, but, you know, I had my way of doing it.
Yeah. And it's engaging, though. So, and I think people need to understand, like, don't only create, but consume in the right way.
Right.
Don't consume in, let me see what's going on Instagram. Let me see what people go on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You just flip it. I'm like, you're not learning nothing.
Nah. Because then, you know, it turns into a thing where, it's, you know, we all digital creators on there. Okay, how'd you get that camera angle, or how'd you know, be able to do that? Oh, yeah, I did this. And they start sharing the ideas, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it in my way. Which, you know, I kind of had to experiment with a bunch of different stuff.
Of course.
On there. You know, okay, how much of the waveforms do I want to put on the screen? Do I want to put, like, the whole virtual decks on there?
Yes.
Like, okay. So, but, and again, that came from consuming the content as well.
All right, so this is the part I'm going to throw you the alley hoop and ask you, is anything you want to ask me? I like to, you know, I don't like to do all the talking all the time. Okay. I just try to give the floor.
So what is, this is interesting because, I'm new into being a guest on other people's podcasts.
Yes. So
usually I am the one already asking the questions. So now I'm like thinking like on the fly, like, oh, now I'm the host again. But what's your overall vision with I guess because you're dealing with creators, you're dealing with entrepreneurs, you know, all walks. What's your overall vision with that?
16,000 square foot building coming.
Okay.
So one side of the building is 5 photographer rooms. The other side is 5 podcast rooms.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to have an all-white room, all-black room, and a green screen room.
Okay.
6 cameras, 3D. So when you go in there, whatever you're saying, you can just spit. Cameras coming from every angle. Hit record, comes out, go straight to the editor. All
so
right.
Fully immersive production environment.
Fully production, immersive. 2 state-of-the-art classrooms.
Okay.
With those vibe boards that have 50 seats that goes up. And so you can come in and say, man, I'm gonna
auditorium seating.
I'm gonna come and rent this room. It cost me $1,600 to rent this room for one day. But I can charge $100 to teach people DJing. You made $5,000. It holds 50 people. So all you need to do to break even, you just need to get 16 people. But if it holds up to 50 people, now you can come in for the whole day and rent the room and teach DJing. I want to create a campus for content creators. That's my mindset. I already help people with digital courses. I help people do all that. So I'm trying to make a place, and it's going to be called OM2H Creative Studios, the Black House. But the Black House, because when you walk into the building, it's nothing but all black creators and inventors.
Okay.
And then at the end of the hallway is me and my wife. It's the vision. So instead of the 18-year-old or the 30-year-old trying to go to school, or they say, man, I'm trying to be a DJ, I can call you up like, man, look, I got some people trying to be a DJ. And you want to come teach a class?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I got people want to be, I can call Chris and say some people want to be a photographer. You want to come teach a class? You know what I'm saying? We built a community of creators, and we take control of the content. We take control of the movement, and not just let Instagram and Facebook and, you know what I'm saying? We build our own websites, our own things, so that now your audience go to your website, not to social media. I'm just saying.
I can dig that.
That's the vision.
That's the vision.
That's the vision.
Put me in the game, coach.
Put me in the game, coach. Why not? Because listen, people, as long as you 23 years ahead of people. As long as you 2 steps ahead of them, you can teach them what you know.
Yeah.
The problem is, I guarantee you put a video, but like, hey guys, listen, click in your story, click this link real quick. I'm gonna take you to my my page where you guys can sign up so that I can teach you guys DJing. They go there, click, they sign up, name, number, and email address. Then you send them a first video. Hey man, thank you guys for signing up. Let me show you some of the steps about DJing. You start talking, get to about 10 minutes, the video stops. And the video says, hey, if you want more information, pay $97. We can give you the other 8 modules. Listen, brother.
Okay, all right. Put me in the game, coach.
You see what I'm saying?
Put me in the game.
You've been in the game 23 years. You got to teach something. You got to teach what you know. You got to teach something. You got to teach what you know. You got to teach something. You got to teach what you know. I want to put it in your hand. There's 2 things I always say. What plays are you running? What bars are you dropping? Let me tell you what that means. The plays is the marketing. The bars is the content. So every day you wake up, what are the marketing plays you running? And what is the content you dropping? I'm just saying. Maybe I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
No, you saying everything.
You know what I'm saying?
He's saying everything, y'all.
Man.
Look. He's saying everything, y'all. Look.
Saying. I'm just saying, man. So that's the bigger vision that me and my wife have is to just pour back into the community. Not have so much of a free space, but have a space where anybody who walk in, they pay $97 a month just to be a part of the community, just so they can come in. Then they get percentage off on the podcast rooms and the photographer rooms, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So,
oh man,
it's trying to change the game.
Or some people about to be mad.
It's okay if they mad. It ain't no competition when God already gave you the vision.
Man. That's the thing about it, man. People get mad about stuff, and it's like you don't have to get mad. All you have to do is say, hey, can you show me this?
Yes.
People are willing to be a lot more helpful than you give them credit for.
Man, and that's one thing I love about Chris. He be helping, but I also tell Chris all the time, Chris, you got to package up what you know. If not, people are going to continue to take it and acting like it's theirs when it's not. I'm just saying. I don't want to get yelling in the mic, dog. It's making me mad. Anything else you want to ask me before we get off of here?
I think that really, hits it. Now, I guess from a DJ to a content creator. Are you aspiring to be a DJ, or is it like you said? It's just something you say, hey, I just love it from a fan or a consumer, and you like say you got some stuff.
I love it from let me ease my mind.
Okay.
So I got my DJ equipment. I be listening. I got all my songs downloaded. I'm in my own groove, man. I'm just jamming by myself. All right. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Queuing stuff up, acting like I'm just major DJ. I ain't no DJ. But, it's just a fantasy, man.
Okay. Hey, sometimes that's where it starts, I don't.
So what you going to do with photography before we get off of here?
What I'm going to do with photography?
What's the goal to do with photography?
You know what? I need to book photography clients.
Okay.
Okay, because again, when I get to studying something, I'd study it thoroughly. So that was another thing when I went to my first Shoot Your Shot event. I was there as a photographer, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a bunch of like other dope photographers. I've been following all of them, and I'm gonna end up. I might learn me something. Whole time, there's like newer people. Yes. Again, they aspiring photographers. They just got a camera. Other experienced photographers, even some of the other dope photographers that I've been looking at, and I'm sitting there teaching stuff, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can like do some of that too. But I had always kind of been wrestling with that and like, okay, do I want to go with DJing or do I want to go with photography? Then it hit me one day and it's like, well, shit, Deion Sanders didn't choose one or the other. He did both.
That's true.
And a couple times in the same day.
Man, hey, listen, that's why I tell people, if you got one income, you're too close to zero. So find multiple.
So yeah, Photography as well. I'm doing that. I'm looking to get myself a second camera, because crazy thing is I didn't intend to do photography this time. Okay. I had a podcast. We were starting a podcast up a few years ago during the pandemic, and I said, okay, well, I want to get a good camera, but I want to get a DSLR and maybe just in case, do some photography.
Yeah.
And the camera kind of sat around for about a year or so.
Why you wasn't shooting content when you were trying to shoot content? Is it the editing or is it what is it? You just wasn't motivated?
It was the figuring out how to get it all to work. But then I said, okay, well, there's YouTube. Figure out how to get it to work. And basically, yeah, I taught myself the stuff that I needed to know about the fundamentals of photography strictly on YouTube.
Then you learned the rest.
So, going to that event, I mean, I always knew kind of like what I was creating, but it was like, okay, I got a deep knowledge of photography.
Yeah, which it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, listen, guys, he gave you guys some great information. I'll put all his description below. Listen, like I always tell you guys, watch me like you watch TV. You're going to watch your income grow, and for so your mindset will change. We see you guys in the next video.
Matter of fact, watch him on your TV.
Peace.
Peace.